Hello everybody, I'm Karina Chin with karinascreations.com, and I want to thank you so much for stopping by today to see my Facebook Live. I'm going to be showing you how to make this card today. It's a fancy fold using the, is it braided bundle? Beautifully braided bundle with the stamp set and then the matching punch. So before I get started, I just want to check and make sure that I'm in the right direction this week. Hopefully I am, but you never know. And let's just go down here. My computer's a little pokey today. I hope everybody's having a great day. I am a demonstrator from Edmonton, Alberta. And it's actually sunny and really, really nice today. And I see I'm sideways again. Wow, sideways again. Let's see if this is better. Okay, I think my video is always a little behind. Okay, let me just get started anyway with this. And then if it doesn't work, I will actually turn the camera. Nope, it's just not going to work, is it? Okay, then let's go this way again. There we go. Okay, I think this will work. Then I can edit it out after. Okay, Sharon, hello. Okay, I'm just going to move this up here. Okay, and then maybe I can edit it out after. Okay, so what I wanted to start with today is that I've got a few things going on with Stampin' Up. First of all, there's a brand new celebration catalog that has come out. It looks like this, and it started today. And it's got some new celebration items. So the very first page is this really fun designer series paper. It looks like this. It's foil, and you can get it. It's free with a $30 or $60 order. Hi, Sandra. I see you're here too. So this is free with $60 order. Another free item that you could get is this really fun vellum cardstock. It is also free with a $60 order. And it comes in a green vellum, a pool party vellum, and I think this would be a Highland Heather, I would say, vellum. The next items that you can get is called the Tags in Bloom stamp set. And I really like this one because it coordinates with punches, and this is free with a $120 order. Then there is a Rise and Shine stamp set that is also free with a $120 order. And then this one is called Well Dressed, and it's going to be free with a $60 order. So I thought that was kind of fun. So yes, I see my friends are popping on. Hello, you guys. Now I wanted to show you this quick card. This is one of the cards that we're going to be making tomorrow, and it's going to be using the new Tags in Bloom stamp set. And I loved it because it's got this really fun punch. So I'll have to talk more about that punch another day. But I loved it. And then I used the brick and mortar embossing folder on it. And that's really fun too. But you know what? I was looking at this card and I think it needs something on it. So I'm digressing here a little bit, but watch this. I'm going to open this up and pull out. Are you ready for this? Boy, I'm all thumbs today. I'm going to pull out a dirty dauber. And my Whisper White craft ink pad. Look how old this pad is. We do sell new ones, but I just think, what do you guys think? Oh, doesn't that just make the brick wall pop a little more? So Sandra, you were on here. This is one of the cards we're going to make. I just think this is so pretty. And it's going to be lots of fun to make too. Okay, I have to put my dirty dauber away because really, this stuff gets everywhere. Okay, so that's one card that you can make with the free celebration item. And then I'll set this aside and give my space some more room. Another quick announcement I wanted to make was that on March the 27th, I'm going to be doing a botanical prints class. Now, the class is $105 because you get a box of products, and it includes designer paper, stamp set dies, little bee embellishments, die cuts, and it makes a whole bunch of fun things. And then this is going to be one of the cards that we're going to make. It's more of a project. It's like a folio card. You can put gift cards in here, photos. It's a really fun design. And I'm going to make some fancy folds in there as well that nobody's seen, just because I like the challenge. So that's going to be on March 27th. And then on March 29th, I just decided on a Sunday, we're going to do a technique card class on Sunday afternoon. So if you're interested in that, you can just check out my blog. Now, another fun thing I like to do is to thank people for watching my Facebook Live. So I put everybody's name into my bucket and I pre-drew. And the person's name I drew this week, because she commented last week on my video, is Alexandra Bentley. And Alexandra, I'm going to mail you a package of the holiday rhinestone basic jewels. So if you like my video, if you like or share my video, I always put your name into a draw to win a prize. And because I mail it most of the time, it's usually something flat. That makes it easy. Okay, now are you guys ready to start stamping? I don't even know what to call this card. We made this card at my Fancy Fold class on Friday, and it's actually really easy, but there's a few things we need to do. First of all, I highly recommend, if you have not bought a paper trimmer yet, to get the brand new Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. It's special because it's a super sharp blade and it will cut through up to 3 layers of cardstock. And this is really important for this kind of a card. Let's see where I've got my pieces now. Oh, before I start, I should mention that we are going to be using the Beautifully Braided bundle. So it is $47.50. And then pretty much if you buy the inks or buy the rest of the stuff you need to make this card, you'll get a free celebration item. So I would recommend getting the Honeybee Designer Series paper or one of the new items I just showed you, because this is the envelope I made for the card. I have to glue it together, but this card is a little bit bigger than normal, so it's not going to fit in a regular card. It's not 5.5 by 4.25 inches, but I thought that was kind of pretty. So that was my suggestion if you're looking for celebration items right now. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is get a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And this is cut at 10 inches by 7 inches. And we have to do a little bit of scoring on it. So we need to score this at, gonna open it up here. Make sure it's in the frame of my video since I'm narrow again. Okay, we are going to score this side at 3 inches. And I'll put the measurements on my post after so you don't have to remember this. 3 inches, 4.5 inches, 6 inches, and 7.5 inches. Now pull it back to the 6-inch mark for just a second. Where's 6 inches again? Because at the 6-inch score line we just created, we need to fold it here. So I am doing that right now because at my class the other day I folded it in the wrong spot and then your card will not work. So this is a really, really important fold that you have. Then I'm also just going to go over these just so I know where they are. Okay, now the next thing you do with this card is you take this 6-inch fold that you just created and we need to do some cutting. So you're actually going to cut through 2 layers of cardstock, and this is where it is really important to have sharp cutting blades. If you got a dull blade, spend the money and get a new blade. Okay, so the very first cut line we're making, and we are just cutting from the top edge down to the score line we just created, which is 1.5 inches. Okay, so we'll put it up here and we're going to cut from 3/4 inch on this side it's lined up. And we're just cutting down to the first score line. Then we're going to move it over to 2 1/4. And then 2 3/4. And then 4 1/4. And then 4 3/4, and then 6 1/4. Now 6 1/4, if you've got this new trimmer, it is right in here, it has a little long line for you to follow. And then you just cut all the way down again. Okay, so that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4 flaps, I guess you can call it. Now we're gonna get my bone folder, and we need to do some folding. So the very first fold, I'm gonna make, this first one is gonna be a mountain. The inside is going to be a valley, and then another mountain, and then a valley. And it really does help to have a bone folder handy. Now what's going to happen is you are going to push out the center folds. The skinny pieces get folded back. Let's make sure I've got this right. Let's go like this. I'm going to laugh if I did this backwards again, because this is exactly what I did at my class. And I did. Ta-da! I did it totally backwards. I'm going to have to do this as a YouTube video, you guys, because we can fix it then. Or is it going to work? Hold on one second. No, I think it is going to work. Okay, yay, ta-da, it's not backwards. Ha, sometimes I just scare myself with these videos that I try to do. Okay, so actually this is right. It's ready to go. Now we get to do the fun part. We get to do some stamping. Okay, so I need from this, I've cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And the Whisper White cardstock is 2 3/4 inches by 6 3/4 inch. And then you're going to mount it on basic black cardstock that is just 1/8 of an inch bigger. That's just kind of the way I cut my measurements. So that would be 2 7/8 of an inch, 6 7/8 of an inch. So let's set that aside. Now, because we're doing a video, I went and pulled out my Stamparatus. Now, who has a Stamparatus, has bought one, and never used it? Anybody? I see Sharon's commenting. She loves her paper trimmer. Yes, she came to the class on Friday and bought a paper trimmer. I know, Sharon. I think you're going to love the paper trimmer too. It is so good. And hello, Celine. I see you're here too. I'm so glad you're watching. Okay, now what I did earlier was with my Stamparatus, I just took my stamps, laid them on this paper, closed the door, and then it's ready to go. Now, because I'm kind of skinny version in this, let's just put this down. Usually I put an ink pad here, but this card is black and white. I actually don't have a lot of ink pads. I like doing it, I like using the Stamparatus because sometimes my black, I might miss a spot when I stamp. But with the Stamparatus, you can just go over it many times until you are happy with it, with the stamped image that you get. And then all you do is close it. And then I'm just going to go over it like this with my hand. Oh, see how it lifted a bit though. Now that could cause a problem, you guys. We'll see how close I am. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now that's done. And then the other thing I wanted to do is I have these 2 pieces of paper. These 2 pieces of paper are cut at 1 1/4 inch by 3 1/4 inch. And I'm going to want them to, I want to put my flowers on them. So let's just take a look. We'll lower them down a little bit. And then we'll put them up a smidge. You can tell this was not done with the Stamparatus, but that's okay. Okay, I think I like that. And then all I'm going to do is ink this up again. And you're probably wondering, what is she doing? But I will show you in a second. This actually turns out to be kind of a puzzle card. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. Oh, now I moved it. Okay, let's see how close I am. Okay, we're going to try one more time. I always tell the people at my classes, don't worry, there are two sides to every piece of paper. And I'll put my magnet back in to hold the paper down. Okay, let's try one more time. So I've been doing this for, let's say it's going on 13 years now. So you can see I still make mistakes. Okay, I have to get under the video here and give it a good press. It's hard to do videos and get proper pressure on your pad. Okay, I'm gonna hope that this works. That's one side. There we go, and that's the other side. So you can see when you put them together, it forms the image. And I'm just gonna stick this aside right now. And on my card, I use Daffodil Delight stamping blends, but I don't like making the same card twice, so I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna do Poppy Parade. So let's quickly color these with Poppy Parade. Oops. So I like to, with my Stampin' blends, I like to put down the lightest color first. And then while it's still wet, the ink, if you go in with your darker color, it pushes the ink around and it blends a lot better. Some people would color a whole image, which is fine, but then you don't really get blending. You get more lines. Okay, so I'll just color this. And thinking now when I do a YouTube video later, I'll have some of these pre-done. So you don't have to sit and watch me color. Okay, I gotta stop and do the darker color now. And you're probably thinking, wow, what is this card gonna turn into? But it does work. And the brand new celebration stamp that's coming out, that came out today, that has the, I'd call it the masculine set. You can tell I don't even know the name of it. I thought it would be really cool on this type of a panel card, because this card has 3 panels that you need to stamp images for. And I noticed that it's got a tie, and it's got a hat and an umbrella. So I think I'm gonna have to redo this card, but put a masculine spin on it. So I think it would be super cute. And once you have made this card once, it's actually really easy. And the other reason I like doing videos is sometimes when I make fancy fold cards, I do PDF instructions for all my cards, but I forget how to do it. So it's just easier for me to pull out my stuff, my cardstock, and then stamp along with the video. Okay, and I'll pull this one back in. So then we'll do this one as well. Let's color this. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk about a brand new thing that Stampin' Up! Has coming up. We have a brand new product bundle that has just been announced today. See if I can find my sheets. It is called the, what's it called? Beautifully... I don't even know what it's called. Where's my sheet? Oh, Ornate Garden. So it looks like this. It is a huge set. It's $185, and it's a beautiful floral set, and the designer series paper is gorgeous. And this is my tip. If you do not have a demo number, which is like a Stampin' Up! Starter kit, I would recommend that you buy this bundle. You can't get the whole bundle because it's $185, but you can buy pieces of the bundle on your demo order. And then you get free shipping, free GST on that order. And then once you have your demo number on your very next order, you can order the rest of the stuff in that bundle. And you get 20% discount on it. So the starter kit is available until March 31st. And it's $135. Like I said, no shipping, no GST. And they also give you a mini paper trimmer. And the mini paper trimmer is super cute. Plus, they give you designer series paper that'll work in your new paper trimmer. And you can pick a stamp set for free. Anything out of the catalog. Can't be a celebration set, but it can be a catalog. Stampin' Up! Expects you to get your celebration items when you place your first order with your 20% discount. So if anybody's interested in that, leave me a comment, or else you can go to karinachin.stampinup.net, and that's my stamping store, and that will take you there. So I will be doing a pre-order tonight. I'm actually going to expedite it. I'm going to expedite my order so I can have this new stuff. Hopefully it'll come in by Friday because I have my team stamp night. So when you get a starter kit with me, you get to come to our team stamp nights, or I call it coffee talk, or it really should be called cooler talk because it is a Friday night. And we just get together, we stamp a little bit, we do some swaps, and it's super fun. So if you're ever interested in looking for a group to stamp and share your love of stamping with, consider getting the starter kit and join my team. I'd love to have you. And we honestly just have a lot of fun. It's a fun group. And then another bonus is that you get my you get a PDF tutorial for the cards that we're making that night as well. Okay, I think I'm almost done, you guys. That's a lot of coloring. I should have pre-did this for you. I think during the class I was talking too much. Otherwise I would have known it takes a while. Okay, so we've got this, and this time we're going to use Poppy Parade ribbon because it coordinates with our designer series paper. Don't look at these orange scissors. They're not Stampin' Up. Pretend that you don't see them. There. You never saw them, right? I usually only use Stampin' Up stuff. I have my black paper snips. I've got 3 pairs. And do you think I can find them? So on my order that I'm doing tonight, I'm going to order a 4th pair of paper snips because it drives me crazy when I don't have my paper snips handy. And they're super sharp. That's what I like about them, even though I have stabbed myself in the past. But they are pretty good. The other product I'm using here that I absolutely love is this tear and tape adhesive. I use it on a lot of things. It just sticks everything together nicely. Okay, and then now let's get some, do I have snail adhesive? I do. Okay, there we go. Let's add some snail adhesive to this panel. And you'll notice I added my tear and tape adhesive over the ribbon. That's because I really want it to stick well and I don't want this panel falling apart. Okay, so that's gonna go like that. I am so happy I didn't do this backwards. I almost had a heart attack when I did it. That would not be fun. Okay, so this is now the card front that is completed. So if you actually try and make one of these cards, I would love to see what you create. Feel free to send me an email or send me a picture. This is such a pretty card. And we'll just tie it like this. So you can see I did a cheater bow. It just keeps my cards a little flatter when I don't put the ribbon in behind it. Okay, now we need to do a little bit decorating on these panels. So what I need are 6 squares of basic black. They are 1 3/8 by 1 3/8 of an inch. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. So I've got some stamping space. I'm pulling my trimmer back in. I'm actually going to line these up like this. Because what we're doing, this is kind of a puzzle card in a way. It's really fun. We're now cutting these pieces down to 1 1/4 inches. And with the Stampin' trimmer, the light gray is scoring and the darker gray is cutting, which is very important. Okay, I'm going to put these together and just stick them off at the side and then cut this last one. There we go. And we'll put this one here as well. Okay. Pretty fun, hey? Okay, remember which way this goes. Don't walk away, come back and be totally confused. Okay, so now I'm just going to put them on my panel. I mean, you can walk away, but I'm thinking, what was that thing called when people threw cards up in the air and they dropped it? It was called 52 pickup or something. My brother used to do that to me all the time. I just thought that was so mean. But he was a bit of a jokester. He thought it was pretty funny. I did not. Okay, can you see when you put these together? They still match. It's like you're recreating your picture. of your flower. And I notice I'm getting a little bit of a fuzzy edge on some of my cardstock now. I think it's time to replace my trimmer blade. Now, I've been using it since November and I make a lot of cards. So if I'm replacing my first trimmer blade now, that's pretty good. At least I think that's pretty good. And I love how sharp it is. Okay, can you see how the card's coming together? Pretty easy. Okay, and then I will, now I'm going to pull out my liquid glue just because I'm faster with it. I like snail too, but I make a lot of cards and I'm a pretty fast card maker. Okay, we'll pull these over. And for me, it's just easier to use this product. There we go. And then we'll put this one on as well. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? And then we're going to decorate the other side. Okay, let's flip this over. So like I said before, if you like what I'm showing and you live in Canada, you can go to my stamping store and place an online order. My blog is called karinascreations.com and my stamping store is karinachin.stampinup.net. And I'll send you a thank you card, and I could even send you a card kit if you want. Okay, so that's coming along nicely. Isn't that beautiful? Now there's one more thing we need to do. The fun thing about this stamp set is it has this beautiful braided border punch that looks like this, and I'm just going to see if I can find it. So I have cut a piece of cardstock that is 7 inches because that's the length of my card, and we'll see. I don't know if I'll be able to do this for you guys because I need to do it standing right above it. And what I'm doing is, you can see it's got a guide, so you need to line up your punch piece with the guide that's on the side. Guide on the side. So let's see if this works. It may be a little off. Oh, I got a little middle part, but I think I can trim that. It's a lot easier to do when you're not doing a video. Ooh, that looks pretty too. And there's some really fun samples in the catalog with this stamp set and border punch. Okay, I'm actually doing a better job than I did Friday night. Okay, we got to put this side in, and I think that's it. Yeah, that should be it. And then I'll move this aside. These little bitty bits of paper. Okay, now see how I have this little piece here? We're just going to trim that up. I don't feel like putting it back in the border punch just because I did such a good job of cutting it. At least I think I did. Don't you agree? Okay, here we go. Almost done. And then I think I still need to add rhinestones to my card. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, now this is the other reason I like this. Liquid glue. This is one product I highly recommend. This is our silicone mat. It's not expensive, but if I get adhesive on my paper, on my grid paper that I'm using, my project's going to stick to it. Whereas with this wonderful silicone mat, I just let everything dry and then just peel off the glue after the fact. I also use it for my glue gun all the time. Because I burnt my carpet one time with my glue gun. That was not good. So ever since then, I make sure that I pull out my silicone mat. Okay, now we're just going to add this border right about here, and it just adds an elegant accent to the card. Okay, and then I think everything's better with a little bit of bling. So I went and got a brand new package of rhinestones that I'll grab out right here. Just because I'm packed up for my class tomorrow and I have no clue what I did with the rhinestones. No clue. Okay, so let's pull out the rhinestones. I should really buy 20 packages of these. I use these all the time. And you can get them in different colors as well. But look how it just makes the card. I like to transfer them with scissors, or I have a really good take your pick tool that's somewhere, I don't know where right now, but for transferring rhinestones as well. Okay, these scissors are no good. I actually need my Stampin' Up! Ones. They're not doing the trick. Okay, so now I have showed you how to make this beautiful fancy fold card using the Beautifully Braided stamp set with the coordinating punch, the border punch. And then I did my card, stands up like this, with Poppy Parade this time. And then I also did it at my class in Daffodil Delight. So which one do you guys like better? Tough call, hey? So anyway, I hope I've given you some idea on how to make a fun card. Like I said, if you spend $60, you'll get a free celebration item right now. And my information's here. And thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope I get to stamp with you soon. Bye.